So, is opening a gym really that stressful? Yes. Yes, it is. But we've reached out to 6 industry experts to give us their number one tip on opening a gym to help you get started on the right foot. Welcome to Naamly University Online. I'm Elias Scar.
Hey, my name is Devin Gage. I'm the founder of Engage Personal Training, Engage Strength Training. And if you are looking to start your first gym, here's the best advice I have for you. It is much less about operating at an incredibly high capacity with super high outputs in short bursts, as it is raising the floor and just not going days with doing nothing. And you do that by operating on what's called the 4 Rs. So the 4 Rs is a framework where every single day, no matter what, you reach out to one person from the following 4 categories. You reach out for one referral, one Google or Facebook review, one client reach out, where you're extending a reach out to see how they're doing, and one client reactivation. So if you do just one person from each of those 4 categories, even if you do nothing else that day, you will be inching your business forward and you'll be making that incremental progress. So the best advice I have for you, raise the floor instead of trying to focus on crushing it on some days. Raise the floor to doing a little bit for the long term, and you'll have a career in the industry.
Hi, I'm John Agblusi from Get Cut Fitness in Camarillo, California. We started off as a $300,000 business when we started working with this group and with Naamly. And now we're knocking on the door of about $1 million. The one tip I would give to a brand new business that's just starting off is to systemize everything about your gym. Fall in love with the process that makes you a really great product and that makes your people great, and document that process so you can start passing that off to really great people. Focus on the people, the product, and the process that makes your product and your gym amazing, and really focus on those and fall in love with the 3 Ps, and that'll take your business, your gym, whatever you have, from where it's at into a 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure business. And that's the one tip I'd give you.
What's up, everyone? I'm Ben Fogel. I own Epic Fitness in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I have my tip here today for you. I would give the tip of having SOPs written out and ready for your team. This is something I didn't do for the first couple of years. Standard operating procedures, they're so important. They are so important to have, because if you do certain things a certain way and you expect your team to do it a certain way, that has to be written down. Whether it's opening, closing the gym, whether it's how you want them to answer the phone, how you actually want them to interact with members, with clients, how you want them to actually coach and talk to your clients. All those things have to be written out. And so from even like a sales perspective, when you're selling, from hellos and goodbyes, like there are certain ways we all want our team to interact. And so what I wish I had when I first opened up was standard operating procedures. The easiest way to think about this is everything you do, write it down. Write it down first, because that's going to be so imperative to have systems in place and have a well-oiled machine when you start a gym. Hope this helps.
Hi, my name is Alec Lieberman. I own On Target Fitness, which now is 2 locations. I opened my first location in Portsmouth, New Hampshire about 8 years ago, and then currently in my first month of operation of my second location in Kingston, New Hampshire. So my number one expert tip, if you really made me pick one for opening a gym, would be to hire a coach. And this is going to sound like a commercial for coaches I've worked for, like the Cosgroves are amazing, Tim Lyon's amazing. You need to find the right coach. There are a lot of kind of charlatans out there, but here's why you do need to work with a coach and, really consider joining the right mastermind for you is, you don't know what you don't know, and you have no idea how much money you will save if somebody can teach you the systems and show you what lies ahead so that you're ready to go. I'm always jealous of the people I meet that started right out of the gate working with a coach, because I did not, and it just took me so much longer to get my business in gear. So I'd say Find somebody that is a good fit for you, that you can work with, that can help you develop the systems so that you can really execute really well.
Hey, Joe Meglio here, owner of Game Changer Fitness based here in New Jersey. I started my journey 11 years ago when I started Game Changer, and we are fortunate enough to have 12 locations by the end of this year, 2024. And I have a couple of quick tips I want to share with you if you're just starting out. Number one is have an action towards bias. You're not going to know everything that you need to know, and one of the best ways that you're going to learn is just by taking action and learning. You're going to see what works, you're going to see what doesn't work. So have a bias towards taking action, especially starting out in your business. You're going to have to test a lot of different things out to figure out what works. Number two is you cannot do it all yourself. Despite what your vision is for your business, maybe you want to grow a business that you are truly an owner of, or perhaps you want to be the technician and the main coach in your business. Either way, your business can't just rely on you. I'm sure you don't like to do things like bookkeeping and administrative tasks, so you're going to have to get other people involved in your business that are strong in areas where you are not. So just remember that you cannot do it all yourself, and you want to get the right people on your team, especially starting out. The last tip that I'll talk to you about is actually the biggest mistake I see gym owners make, and that is that they price their services way too low. So whether you're doing one-on-one, small group, or semi-private training, or large group training, you want to make sure that you are charging enough for your services, and you want to have enough margin in there, because as your business grows and expands, it also gets more expensive to operate. You're going to probably increase your payroll, your staff, and so forth. Your rent typically goes up every year. So that is the biggest mistake that I see gym owners make, is they price their service incorrectly. A lot of times I'll see somebody run a small group model and they're charging large group prices, or they're charging their rates for one-on-one are way too low, and there's not enough margin for all the other expenses of a business. So you want to keep all that in mind as you're starting out. Have an action towards bias. Remember that you cannot do it all in your business. You're going to need other people around you who are going to be able to help fill in the gaps. And the final tip I share with you is make sure that you price your program or your services accordingly to what you're offering.
Hey everyone, Doug Sperling here with Sperling Fitness. And the number one tip I have for gym owners getting started is to think about it from a coaching angle. And if you are a coach that got into this industry, and so your goal is to help clients get from A to B, we think about that from a training perspective, but we don't think about that from a business perspective, right? And so from a business perspective, usually the concern is not the training, not the workouts. It's usually the sales, the marketing, everything else. So just start in the beginning. Just start with A, which is your onboarding, right? What do you really kind of orchestrate and facilitate, map out that onboarding process? What do you want those initial days to look like? Client journey is another word we'll use, right? Sketch it out, draw it out. What do you want people to actually feel and go through? And then what are the milestones that you want them to hit throughout their journey, right? Really orchestrate or facilitate that client journey. I think as an industry, we don't spend enough time facilitating the client journey, and that can be a huge differentiator in addition to the model you run and maybe the team that you build over time. But as a gym owner, we're very much in the beginning focused on the programming and the X's and the O's. And I would say to really think about what do you want the client journey to be, and orchestrate that, take leadership in that, and be the guide for the client throughout their journey.
And one more tip, get the right tools for the job. If you'd like a free demo of Naamly Premier, hit the link below. And don't forget to subscribe and share for more content like this. Smash that bell for alerts.